Dun, dun, dun. Hello, everyone. This is Eric from Etiquette, and it's another Sunday night. Welcome to everyone joining. If you're here, please put in your name in the chat so that I can see who's here. Yeah, it's another Sunday. Can't believe it. I think this is almost, I guess, the 50th one. No, it can't be. Yeah, no, it's. Is it the 50th one? I do them every week and it's almost been a year. So I guess this is almost the 50th one. Welcome to the 50th live stream of this channel. Wow. 50 is a big number, actually. You know, when you tell me that, if you told me a year ago, Eric, you're going to do this every single week, except I think I missed 1 week where I put on because it was really bad. So, hello, put in your name in the comments and we'll get started. Yeah, everyone, today was just another week. Very busy. What did I do? Yeah, I had classes, prepared the students for tests. Actually, I'm a bit behind on my normal schedule because I enjoy preparing my students for class. Okay, can everyone hear me? Can everyone see me? Is everything okay? Yeah, I had a really good weekend. As you can see, I'm wearing a sweater because or jersey because it's starting to get really cool. Please put your name and your comments in the chat so that I know where you're from and who's out there. Can everyone hear me? Can everyone see me? Just give me a thumbs up. Yeah, so this was a very interesting weekend where I did absolutely nothing except I went and I worked. I found a really nice coffee shop. So right now, hello, is everyone there? Just put your name in the comments. Where are you from so that I know who's there? Ah, here we go. Ah, the first one. Shadia, hi, everything is okay. Roman, greetings from Ecuador. Okay, now everything is suddenly coming in. Okay, Nadia, hi, Nadia. Good to see you. Shadia, you're from Saudi Arabia. Nadia, you're from Ukraine. And then let's see, my mom is here too. Hi, mom. Mom, can you ask Dad to try something out? Can you ask him to quickly post something from his account? I want to see something. Pilar, hi. How are you doing? Where are you from? Yeah, hi guys. I was just saying that I had a really nice weekend. You know, after being very busy during the week and having lots of plans on most weekends, this weekend I said I'm not doing anything. And all I did the whole weekend, I didn't. I cleaned my apartment. I did some laundry and I did some editing at the coffee shop. Really nice coffee shop. Clara, hi from Algeria. Pilar from Peru. Oh, I need to meet more people from Peru too. Okay, here's my dad. And dad, I think I can see it. So if you look at my dad's icon next to his name, it has a small badge. Um, I think that means that he is one of my members. Yeah, that's the membership badge. That's what I thought. Yeah, very interesting. And dad, I think you're able to add some emoticons. Yeah, guys, for those of you who don't know, and Vitali from Ukraine too. Um, well, what my dad just did is I opened up memberships on my channel. Earlier during the week, one of my viewers came into a chat and he gave me 300 yen to buy myself a coffee. And I thought, oh, that's so nice because I usually go to coffee shops and I sit there for hours editing or planning my next videos. So I thought perhaps if some of the members want to donate some money for my coffee, I'll open up memberships. It's not a lot. I think it's like $2 per month, and you can opt out at any time. And it's really nice because you get a badge so I can see how long you've been a member, and also you can use special emoticons so this is the first time we've had a chance to do this. Victoria, nice to see you too from Slovakia. Wow, I need to get there soon. Now, everyone, if you have any questions, if you have any problems at school, or if you have anything you really just want to get off your chest and talk about, put it in the comments below. I'll go through it. Unknown teacher. Hi, unknown. Hi, dear teacher. I'm Muhammad from Kurdistan of Iraq. You are great. I share your videos with my friend teacher. Please, is there any book for teachers? So right now, there are two books that I highly recommend to everyone. I told myself that for the next couple of months, I'm going to start reading a lot of books more, especially about teaching, because I haven't been reading as much as I want to. I'm actually thinking of starting a book club. A couple of months ago, some of the viewers said, let's read a book, and it was really fun. So I'm considering starting a book club where we can all listen to an audiobook, or we can read books and then talk about our experience. Right now, there are two books that I highly suggest. Where is that? Okay, I'm quickly going to find the book. Guys, give me 1 second. What? Where is it? Ah, found it. Wow. Okay, so this book, I actually bought, I found this book, the story about this book, I found it in a library my very first year of teaching, and it just blew my mind. Because basically, in this book, it's called Managing Behavior in the Classroom, and it's by David Wright. And basically, what David Wright does is he goes through situations in the classroom and how teachers are supposed to act. And he also explains why. And it gives specific advice for every situation. And I thought that was amazing. Why didn't they teach me this in at university? So actually, what I'm planning on doing, I started earlier this year. I'm planning on making a series of videos based on this, where I want to have students who are like actors, and I can show how to handle certain situations in the class. So this book is great. And the other book that I highly recommend is called The First Days of School. And that is by, I always say the name and now suddenly I forgot. I'll quickly look up who it is. It's called The First Days of School, and it's an amazing book. The First Days of School. Yeah, it's by Harry Wong. And you can find the audiobook on Audible, or you can buy the book. It is amazing. Okay, let's continue. Yusuf, I'm happy to listen to you. I'm from Egypt. Hi, Yusuf. Great. And then our friend here, Martin from ELT Experiences. If you want some more teaching advice, he knows a lot. Check him out. Kezia, hi. One of my friends here, Kezia. I can see there's your icon. That's a really nice icon you have there. Martin, nice to see you have a membership tool also. Yeah, I only just started using it. So if you guys are interested, check out the membership. It's really fun. I want to see how to use it a little bit more. Brahim from Morocco. Warani from Sri Lanka. Hi, Waruni. It's good to see you again. Okay. Dad, let me see if it works, because you've been using the when I'm trying to read, why aren't you working? Show me the comments. Live chat. Give me 1 second. Yeah, Dad, it's working. Yusuf Karagan, and then just joking. So if you look at that, if I look at it there, yeah, I can see there is the badge and the emoticons on here. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Manal from Palestine. Hi, another Palestinian. It's so nice to have you. We've got a few other members from Palestine too. Asomadin, how have you been? Asomadin, it's great having you. Actually, I've got Asomadin on Instagram. So guys, if you want to link up with me on Instagram, put it there. If you have any questions, please put it in. Elbow cop. Let's see, Martin. Oh, you've also got one. Let's see. Martin Albokoff. See, it says here Albokoff, so it doesn't show the emoticon unless you are on the app itself. Anna, hi Anna. Can you see? Anna is also a member. She's actually, I think she's one of the very first ones that signed up. Thank you so much, Anna, for all the support. And Anna, I think you should have some emoticons you can try and use. So that's Anna. She's there. And the longer you stay a member, that color changes. So right now, I think it's green. In a month's time, it turns red, and then it changes to a couple of colors. Guys, if you have any questions, put them in the comments. Waruni, I see you again. Another member, my dad says. Bulam, hi Bulam, good to have you back. How have you been? There are so many English teaching books around. Yeah, there are many. Recently, I have been thinking about books that I prefer, because there are many book series out there for teachers. And after using some you go through and they are just horrible. They're expensive, but they are so difficult to use for you as a teacher and for the students. But recently, I never wanted to endorse something because I never really felt strongly about any books. I didn't want to say, oh, this is the best book, or this is. I didn't feel like it was up to me to say that. But after using a book for a couple of years, because every semester we're given different books, and I've been using this series, and I thought about it, and I thought, oh man, I actually enjoy this series a lot, and I'll explain why. Let me go get another book. Let me just cover myself up. Here we go. Okay, so I've really enjoyed this book. This is mostly for speaking if your students are lower intermediate. So I would say if they're lower intermediate, I would say it's this. And I love this because it's got so many different activities. So for example, if you open up, I just opened up here. There is a nice dialogue that you can use with the students. There are some writing exercises, some real life exchange where they've got audio or video that you can use. And then what's really nice is if there is like a natural real life exchange, they give some words that you can replace. And that means that the student can practice with a partner and they can use it with other students too. And they get to practice different vocabulary. What's also amazing is, okay, so there are some other exercises you can do. And also in the back, they've got some vocabulary. They've got grammar. So if you want to go over the grammar, they've even got the grammar for each unit. And something else that I really enjoy is they've got some extra speaking activities that they can have. Let me just put it over here. They've got some extra speaking activities where one student has to go to page 90 and one to page 99. They've got to ask each other questions. They've even got a lot of questions that you can use for example, if you're doing mingling, or they also call it survey. A survey or mingling is one of my favorite activities for English teaching. That is basically where students have a list of questions and they walk around the class and they ask their friends, oh, what's your name? And then they ask the question, and they can even ask follow-up questions and they write it down. I love doing those in class because the students get to know each other. So for example, if you went here to speaking, it's got a question it's got like some questions about when do you visit your parents? What do you usually do? So they go to one friend and they ask this question and they write in their friend's name and the answer, and then they go to another friend. It gives them a lot of time to practice and work on things. Okay, sorry, I'm going through so slowly. It's because last week I was like trying to answer all the questions, but this time I thought, you know what, I'm going to take it slower. I will go through all the comments. But I just, when I talk about something, I want to really make sure it's right. The other thing is, what did I want to say? I should stop saying too much. The other thing is, so something bad also happened in my, let me go through some of these first. Yusuf, how can we be confident in front of students, especially rude students? Just don't take it. I think the thing is, you have to understand that they're students, and there must be some kind of reason why they're doing it, but it's not because of you. What your responsibility is to try and teach them and use effective techniques, and just try and give them knowledge. The reason that they are acting out or being rude, it could be from it could be many different reasons. It could be something from home, it could be a problem, it could be a behavioral problem. There is a chance that it's because they don't enjoy your classes, but that is still not a reason to act out and to be rude towards you. So what I would do is, there are many things you can do, but number one, don't take it personally, because it's that whole thing about I am rubber, you are glue. So if somebody says something to you, don't take it personally. Just see it as something that doesn't matter. But there has to be respect in the classroom. And from the very start, I would say that is not a way to behave, not towards you, not towards another student, not towards another human being. So if they are rude, address that, but do not take it personally. Do not feel like, oh, I feel so sad because they hurt my feelings. Just be like, it doesn't matter, but that behavior is wrong. So I think a lot of students go out and they try and hurt the teacher by saying mean things or by mocking them or taunting them. Don't take it personally. address the behavior and say that behavior is wrong. That is not how we're going to work in this class. But don't take it personally. I think that is some of the advice I would give. Actually, I'm busy. Well, I'm not busy. I'm planning to start. There is this amazing theory about frame control and how to control frame. Now, basically, if you're the most important thing about being a teacher in the classroom is being a leader and controlling what is happening in the class and how the students view their class. As a teacher, I always say as a teacher, you're supposed to be able to control the frame of the class. And I'd really like to make a video on techniques, practical techniques that you can use in the classroom. I'll try and bring it out in a couple of weeks. Right now, I've done a lot of videos. I've been editing like mad, editing a lot of videos on games and activities and the teacher tips. So for the next 4 or 5 weeks, I'll be bringing out teacher tips, but maybe after a month, I'll bring out that video on practical things. Okay, I hope that helps, Yusuf. Martin says, Classroom Management Techniques by Scrivener is a great book for all teachers. Definitely. I think when I was at uni, they also suggested it. Very good. I hope I said his name right, Scrivener. Everyone check that out. Classroom Management Techniques, very important. My dad says, okay, my dad said that. Unknown, thanks. Virtual hug, very nice. I like virtual hugs. I'm going through. As an English teacher, how can I improve my teaching skills generally? Wow, that's a general question. I guess just get more experience and do what works. Try not to do too much. Do activities that get the students to speak and get the students to do more of the actions. I think as a teacher, it's just going to take experience. But yeah, just believe in yourself, do what works, and get the students to do most of the work. Rocio, really useful videos. Thanks. Hi, Eric. I'm glad to. This is Vahid. Hi, Vahid. Good to see you. Rocio, thank you so much for your kind words. Vahid, how have you been? Adele. Hi, Adele. Adele is also a teacher here in South Korea, one of my friends, and she teaches in Daejeon. I'm so angry right now. Okay, let me give you some background. I live in South Korea. And this city where Adele lives, I recently saw there's a bakery, and they are for a week or two, they're going to make South African desserts, malva pudding and another dessert. And I am aching to go there and try it out. I should have gone this weekend, but I didn't know who was there. Adele, invite me over so I can go to that bakery and try their food. Shadia, virtual hug. Anna, happy. I wish I could see that on here, but I can't see it. Sandra, good to have you. How are you doing, Sandra? Tan Le, hi, I'm Tan from Vietnam. Just want to tell you that your advice are really awesome. I learned a lot from you. Thank you so much for watching. Everyone, I really appreciate all your kind words. Bulam, thanks, great man. I'm so happy to be among you. Bulam, yeah, how was your week? Did you do okay? Okay. ELT, I had an accident the other day. I was cutting some fruit and ended up cutting my little finger. I hope it's okay. You applied pressure, put some bandages on. Yeah, no, I've cut my fingers a million times. I'm not very good at cooking. Martin, I hope you're doing okay. Take care of yourself. Yeah, what fruit was it? I was eating some fruit today. What was I eating? Passion? I was eating some kind of fruit today. Martin, how do you usually supplement course books in the classroom? Well, this is a really important question that Martin's asking. Basically, as a teacher, make sure that you've got enough activities up your sleeve. So whenever I go and I teach something, I add supplementary works. That would be worksheets, activities, and I always think about what is a practical way that the students can use whatever I'm teaching them. If I'm teaching them grammar or topic, how can I make it real to them? In other words, how can they use that knowledge to practice it with their students? Because if you're teaching someone and they feel like this isn't useful or practical to me, they will forget it and they won't care for it. So whatever I'm teaching, I always try to get my students to interact with each other to make it more social and for a way for them to demonstrate their skills or to practice whatever we've been teaching. So how do I supplement it? I use practical activities where the students talk about their experience. They make connections between what they know and the activity or whatever I'm teaching them. And also I have some worksheets and games that they can play in groups. I've got lots of things that I can use on the computer if I need to. Always have something in your bag. I hate to teach if I don't have perhaps a worksheet. Even I do some classes where it's just me and one or two students, and I never go unprepared, because even though I've got lots of things I can do and I can have a conversation with them, I prefer to have something to work off of. Abila, hi, how are you doing? Mena, I tried to study online by an English course, but I can feel that I'm more interactive, although we discuss that, but I can feel that I'm more interactive, although we discuss many topics. So why is that, Mena? So you're trying to study online and you can feel that you're interacting. Are you actually speaking to other people? Are you having conversations? What I would say is, just based on what I just said in the previous question, is make it real to you. How can you make connections from your own personal life with these topics that you're discussing? I was just thinking about this. These topics, if you had to talk to your best friend about it, right? How would you talk about these topics with your best friend or with someone very close to you, right? So I would say make a connection between these topics and practice using it as if it's with someone very dear to you. Dear, I am new. My elder friend teachers say to me, I need to improve yourself. You learn from teaching, so don't just rush, go on. Don't rush, just go on. I like that idea. Sometimes we push ourselves too hard and we put a lot of pressure on ourselves. But I think as long as you commit yourself and you do as much as you can every time, you are bound to improve. Migam, okay, Migam, hi. It's almost halfway through the live stream and I get to you and Elsa and Carlos. All of you again. Can you show the cover again? Oh, sorry, Carlos. I went through so slowly. I put this in my links to my videos right now. So in the links to my videos, there's this book and then also the First Days of School. Great books. The only problem is this book, I don't think it's being published anymore. So you can find old books that are, you can find secondhand books, but soon all of these books will be gone. And that's why I think, well, I'm so sad. When I went to the Philippines, I was doing a live stream and I spilled some coffee on this, or right before the live stream. But I'm going to use this information for my videos in the future to make videos on all the amazing knowledge in this and also my take on it. Carlos, it was called Breakthrough. Oh, that book. Thank you, Martin. Yeah, this book, it's called Breakthrough, and it's by Macmillan Education. And it's by Miles Craven. Really good book series. I really enjoyed these because it's got so many activities and it's very practical. You can use it in class. Earlier, one of the viewers asked me, Eric, I've got a problem with my time. And I said, every teacher needs a certain routine in their classroom, because if you have a routine, you can basically time yourself how long each section should be. And then obviously you need some backup too. Carlos, there we go. Waruni, I'm doing fine, thank you. Any books to purchase to improve spoken English in our kids? Sri Lanka is not an English-speaking country. I don't want to suggest anything. See, this book is great for teachers when they're teaching, but I'll have to think about it. I haven't thought about what books English learners need. Wurini, I'm sorry, I'll think about it. Martin or any other teachers out there, if you've got some advice, what books are great for learners? Abila, mingling is really good. I used it in the class, but now in this situation of COVID, we have to maintain the distance among our students. Can you please tell us some individual response activities? Yeah, actually, recently I published a video with games that they can play where the students have to be alone. You can do things like, what is it? I was just doing a video on it. A taboo. Taboo is a game where you show all the students a word plus some words that they can say, and they have to explain it to their partner. Students can shout out too. It's a really fun game where let's say you make two teams, and each team, one member goes to the front, they turn their backs. So there is social distancing because they're not close to each other, but they have to shout out at the member who's in the front, away from everyone, and they can guess. It does get pretty loud though. So let me think about it. Individual games. Yeah, I think a lot of the games I did before where you've got the screen and you use bamboozle, where the students have to guess and you put them into teams. Each team, a member can answer, or they can, I wouldn't say shout out. I would actually obviously raise their hands, or they have to do it individually. You know, you go through the two of you first, then you, then you, then you, and you add up the scores. Okay, Waruni, where is that? Why can't I? Sorry, I have to go up. Guys, I'm so sorry I'm going through this slowly. I hope all of you are doing well. I'm doing great. I've edited a lot of videos. Every Tuesday, I'm going to release a video on online games that you can play. And these games are amazing if you have a computer and a projector, or if you're teaching online. I mean, this is exactly what you're looking for. I think it'll help. Naima, I adore your method. Thank you very much. Waruni, how about teaching subjects? Maths, geography, science, okay, English. So usually a good way to incorporate English in the class. Exactly, Martin, great tip there. So, you know, perhaps using different subjects to teach English with. Please direct me how to improve spoken English in our kids. I think let's go back to this answer of Martin's. Naima, you're a brilliant teacher. I appreciate that. I feel like there are so many things that I can still learn, and that's why I actually started this channel, is to, you know, to learn more. This channel pushes me to try and find more sources and learn new techniques and games. In the future, what I would love to do is to, when I'd like to study further. I'd like to study for my doctors, or just to study perhaps a CELTA or Delta, which I haven't done. And then whatever I learn in those courses, I want to put out on YouTube, or just learning about education in general, you know, especially educational theory. I'd like to do more videos on that. There are some great teachers out there and YouTubers. I think it's Tolino teaching. He does some great videos on that too, but I'd like to do that. Adele, yes, I'll come and visit you to eat that soon. Migam, your channel is growing steadily but surely. You must be busy, Eric. Yes, but I think there's a lot more I can do. I think it comes down to focusing on the right things. Right now, I'm making a lot of videos on a topic that I'm interested in. So, for example, I did the 100 teacher tips. That's going to end at the end of November. And also, I did a lot of videos on online games that you can play, or activities. I did these because I know that teachers struggle when they have extra time, or they really want to find games that they can play, or activities they can use in the classroom. That's why I made all these videos on activities, ESL activities that you can use in the classroom. But in the future, I'd like to look into some other things too. What I will do is, I told you guys that in December I've got a special series I'm working on. My plan for December is to release a video every day of December of myself doing and some students doing an activity, because a lot of teachers said, Eric, I like your ideas and the activities, but it's difficult for me to understand them. Could you show us how it's done? So my aim for the next series is to show how to play these games, and I think that's going to be really fun. And in the future, I'd like to focus more perhaps on writing books, educational theory, and also classroom management. I think, you know, it all comes down to what I can do to help people. And by doing that, maybe I can improve too. So yeah, guys, if I don't get to your questions, or if I miss something, I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm just trying to do as much as possible. And I hope, I hope I can improve and do better. Haini, Hanie Shariati. I'm so sorry I butchered your name, but thank you for your advice. Your videos are great. I appreciate it. Yusuf, hi, how are you doing? Do you think online courses are useful? 100% yes. You know, it's just in the facts. How many students are studying online? I'm not talking about COVID. I'm talking before COVID even started. So many students were starting to go online. And I've spoken to many online teachers. before it even happened, and they said they can see how the students improve. Yes, it will never replace real life learning, in class learning. But we've got to accept that this is a new form of learning. And online courses, I make some courses. I've used some courses in the past where I bought a course and I learned so much from it. I totally believe that online courses are very useful, but don't spend too much money on a course. A lot of people, you get these people that sell courses for thousands of dollars, and I don't think that's what you want. You can go onto a site like Udemy, and you can find cheap courses where you can learn a lot of things. Waruni, we do teach, but there are lots who don't study an English medium, but in our local medium. Okay, yeah, that's important to study. Svetlana, I'm also in Korea teaching English. Svetlana, where are you? Which city? And I'm 8 minutes late. Okay, that's not too bad. I thought I was way late. Cuba, Precious, hi Precious. Nohimi from Nicaragua. Wow, hi Nohimi. Guys, if you have any questions, please put it in the comments. I hope I can get to all of them. I'm sorry if I can't go into too much depth. There's so much I want to talk about. Oh yeah, let me take a sip. Okay, Wiruni, books for how to get through perspective. Okay, I'll think about books a little bit more in the future. Eric, is it possible to teach 2 different topics in English grammar in one lecture? Yes, it is possible to do different topics, but it's not advisable because you want to keep things simple with your students. If you try and teach too much, they're going to get confused and the message will get lost. This is one of the mistakes I did early in my teaching career, and I still do a lot, or I still make a lot, is I try to do too much with my students. I think it's more important to get the basis, get the foundation right for them to practice the basics, and from there they can learn and try more. But if you try and teach them too much and jump around between topics, it will be difficult, although I do think it's possible. And how you do that, I would say, is to make connections between them. Between these 2 topics, find some similarities they have and aim for that. Otherwise, you're going to have to partition your class into 2 different sections, focus on the one, stop, focus on the other one. Spacewalker, hi. Good morning. Much love and respect from Mexico. Yes, sir. Could you maybe recommend the best possible speaking activity for introducing basic beginner level? Spacewalker, this is supposed to be an easy question. Okay, guys, what do you think? So you want to introduce the basic speaking level. That is going to be TPR. If you're teaching super beginners, that means it's someone who's just starting to learn the language. You're going to want to use TPR. What is TPR? That's your total physical response. You're going to say, hello, hello, and you're going to want to do actions. And you're going to want them to copy you. Hello, hello, hello. And then you can start. Drink, drink. And what do you drink? I drink water. And speaking activity. A speaking activity for super young ones, they need to listen first, or not young ones. I mean, someone who's basic beginner. They usually do easy topics, self-introductions. They have, this just caught me off guard. I'll think a little bit about it, Spacewalker. I don't feel like I can give a confident answer, but just know that if it's basic, you're going to have to start from where they can gain confidence. Because if you make it too difficult, they're not going to really feel confident in themselves. You're going to want to play games. Basic beginner speaking activity. Yeah, I would use a lot of objects. If I did a speaking activity for beginners, I use a lot of card games. You're not going to want to make it an activity. You're going to want to have fun with it. So card games, flashcards will be useful. Objects that they can use. I would just play games with them. Spacewalker, that's a tough question, but I'll think about it a little bit more. I did a lot of videos on activities. check it out. Mrs. Abiola, hi Eric, I'm late. Never late, always on time. Gabriela from Peru. Mrs. Abiola, thank you so much for your support. Gabriela, hi. Royko, any advice to teach English to 4-year or kids? Exactly what I said to Space is use actions, use your body, use them to give them objects, play with them, have fun, let them draw, and then use the drawings. And I would just say make it fun and let them interact with the language instead of just listening and speaking or copying. Let them play games, worksheets, and then let them talk, use it. I think just having fun as a kid is so important. Do chants with them. You put on a song and let them engage with the language by doing activities. That's really fun. I think I did some videos on basic speaking activities. I'll have to think about it. Teacher, I'm sorry if I ask more. Never, it's always fine. What should we do if a student asks a question and we don't know the answer? Well, guys, I've answered this one before. What do? We can try and answer like what I did with Space. I was like, wait, I need to think about this, but I tried to answer. You could do that, or you can just tell them, sorry guys, I'm not sure about that. I'm not 100% sure, but let me go and find out, and next time I will tell you. And the students will understand. You are not a god, you're just a teacher. Everybody's human, so it's okay for you to go, as long as you're not lying to them, or you don't answer their question. You're like, oh no, I'm not going to answer that. I'm not going to answer that. As long as you tell them honestly, listen, I don't know. Or what you can do is, everyone give me a second, and everyone go on your phones, try and find it, or I'll find it. But I think the main thing is be honest, tell them you're not sure, but you'll find out, and let them know next time. Mrs. Abiola, my dad says hi, and he's got a nice emoticon there. Emoji. Paul's here. He gives me a kiss. Thank you, Paul. I'll give you a thumbs up. How far are we? Wow, so many still left. Sorry if I'm going so slowly, everyone. Abila, a nice idea, surely. Okay, I hope I helped. Aisha, nice. Hi. Aisha, where are you from? About PhD. Well, Bolam, I don't have a PhD. You can ask, but I might not be able to answer it. It's something that I'd like to do in a couple of years, not right now. Right now, I just want to focus on bringing out more content. And also, I've got so many series and things that I need to do. I think I need a couple of years just to catch up with all the video ideas I have. Abila, my kids are learning more, and it gives me a big relief and satisfaction. Abila, that's fantastic. I'm so happy. Elena, hi from Ukraine. Another Ukrainian here. I was just saying before, next year, summer, I was planning on visiting Ukraine, Russia, and perhaps some other countries, perhaps Poland and some Hungary, for summer this year. And obviously COVID happened. That's not going to, that didn't happen. So I was thinking of doing it next year if everything opens up, if they produce a vaccine and everything goes back to normal, fingers crossed. I would love to go back, and then I'll let everyone know, and maybe some of you can be my tour guide or give me some tips. Svetlana, Korea, in Dangjin. First time watching your stream. Totally love it. Thank you. Dangjin. Where's Dangjin? Now I need to take out my Google Maps. Everyone give me 1 second. Oh, my Kakao Maps. Dangjin. Dangjin. I am in Daegu. Dangjin. See where that is. Wisong. Dangjin. Okay, it shows me a siege. Wow, okay. Is that Dangjin? It's close to, oh, wow, that's far away from me. That's close to Susan. That's up north. Okay, Svetlana, I hope it's not too cold there yet. Ashmeet. Hi, Ashmeet. Ashmeet, my new videos are coming out and your whole face is in it. It's fantastic. I can't wait. Svetlana, what did I want to say? Oh yeah, everyone, it's getting very cool here in Korea. That's why I'm wearing the jersey. Yeah, it's almost winter. I thought it, I hoped it would stay warmer for longer, but it doesn't. Ashmeet, how are you doing? I was editing the last couple of days. I was editing all our videos together. I will release it every Tuesday, and you get to see yourself, and everybody gets to see your handsome face. Tan, what do you think of a group of teenager students from another class join with your class and they don't get on well with my students, and because different techniques between you and their old teacher? The problem is most of them try to go against you because they studied with their old teacher for more than 2 years. What should you do? Okay. Earlier this week, I made a short video saying that some of my students got into a small argument, and it really upset me because I haven't had that in a while. Usually it's not that, no one's that confrontational, and it wasn't that bad. It's just one of the girls seemed very sad, and that upset me. Now, the first thing I want to tell you is that these students, the reason that they are against you is not because of their old teacher. I think it's because they want to test you. So I have no idea. It could be, we like our old teacher and we've got to stand up for our old teacher. It just doesn't make. I don't believe that. I think that basically these students, they come from this old environment, they come into this new environment. Now they want to lay the ground. They want to establish their territory and do what they want, because perhaps it was different in another teacher's class. What you have to do from the very start is lay down the ground rules. Say, listen, this is my classroom and we've got certain rules in this classroom. This is how we're going to do it. And explain to them that, you know what, we do things a different way. I respect your old teacher, but this is my classroom. And as the teacher, this is how I teach. And I would like it if you went along with it. Set the ground rules. Tell them that, listen, this isn't some personal vendetta because we liked an old teacher. We're going to be mean to you. That's stupid. So tell them, listen, these are my rules. I would like you to follow them. And if you don't, then we can talk about it later and find out how we can come to an agreement. But right now, this is what I want from you. Because it's different with these teenagers. Of course, you want them to feel welcome in your class, but you've got to be strict and lay down your rules. Tell them this is what's going to happen from the start. The problem is they don't get on well with each other, with your students, and because of the different techniques. Yeah, that's not a. These students are coming in with the wrong mentality, and you're going to have to sit with them. You're going to have to say, listen, guys, this is not how we're going to do it. I want you to work together. I want you to get along. I don't want you to get into arguments with other students. In my classroom, we respect each other. And that's why when I brought this up with the two students that had an argument, immediately after class, I told everyone, listen, this is not what I want in my classroom. In my classroom, I want everyone to get along. Otherwise, we can't study. This is a school. This is a classroom. This isn't out there. You're not hooligans. I want you all to get along. And we will do it by using these techniques. And then what you also want to do is you want to see them personally too. You don't want to see them in a group, because then they're going to gang up on you. You want to create relationships with them by seeing them either one-on-one. You can say, whoever the leader is, you say, hey, listen, can I speak to you after class? Oh, teacher, I did something. I've got to do something. Listen, whenever you have time, I want you to come. I really need to talk to you about something, because you know what? I want you to be successful in this class, and I feel like we've got to sort some things out first. So isolate them from their groups, talk to them, tell them straightforward, listen, this isn't what I want in my class. We have rules. So what I'm trying to say is be strict on your personal boundaries, because if these students come in and they pick fights with your students and with you, nobody's going to learn. It's going to be a horrible environment. You're going to have to stand up and tell them, this is what I want in my class. Teachers can't be afraid, especially if it's your classroom. You've got to rule that classroom. If you go to class and you are afraid or unhappy of going to that class because the students are misbehaving, there is something wrong. And you've got to stand up and fight against it. In the future, in this book, there are a lot of pieces of advice. You can see on here, you can see the teacher going in there. like a lion tamer. It gives a lot of advice. I hope to share that with you in the future, all the ideas from here. Also, you've got to set your rules early. I think it's very important as a teacher to have your ground rules and have your boundaries set up soon. And even if it's in the middle of the year and these new students come in, say, listen, this is what we're going to do. These are my rules. This is my class, but I would like you to follow. Guys, I hope that was okay. Sorry I spoke for so long. I've used flashcard games the way you suggested, and it worked well with my students. They loved it, and they learn clothes vocabulary efficiently. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm sure there are so many other games we can still use with flashcards. Have you watched David J.P. Phillips? It's very good tips for public speaking. I'll check it out, Paul. I feel like I do need to improve my public speaking. I struggle a lot, even while I've been doing these live streams. I know I make mistakes. So thank you everyone for watching, even though I repeat a lot of words and I repeat myself every week. But yeah, thank you so much for being a part of this journey. Aisha, sorry, it just bounced. How can I motivate the slow learner in the class? Advice for some best energizers. Yeah, just fun activities, get the students busy, and give the students, these slow students, that you need to slowly give them confidence. So, in class, give them easy questions to answer, call on them more, try and get them to be part of it, give them smiles, give them small talks. You want to motivate them by making it fun for the whole class, and also by building on their confidence. These slow learners, they need to be pushed too. Lexi, question mark. I don't understand. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. I hope it helps, Space. Hi, Paul West. Yeah, Mrs. Abiola. That's my brother, Paul. Paul, that's Mrs. Abiola, one of the long-time viewers. I'm Aisha from Pakistan. Aisha, nice to have you. Victor, visit Slovakia too. I will. I actually had a friend who was living there, and I would love to, Victoria. Renee, hi, Renee. It's so good to have you. Love seeing Renee. Renee, we needed you earlier. I bet you had a lot of good advice. Hello, I'm Sweeta from Delhi. Sweeta, of course I know you. I'm doing really well, and it's nice to see you. Elsa, you should visit Portugal. Best weather during summer. Got so many places to go. Soon I need to quit teaching and just travel and see everyone. It was 79 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't speak Fahrenheit. What is that in Celsius? Translate it to me in Celsius. Elsa, I'll definitely think about it. I believe it's beautiful there. I know that I've got to visit Italy and Portugal because Christina invited me to go there and say hello. Wiruni, thank you. Elsa, hi. Renee, wow. Bulam, what is the best tool to improve the learner's writing skills? That's just going to be, they're going to have to write, and you as a teacher, you're going to have to help them and correct them a lot. The writing, I still think learners writing and reading is so connected, so if you can use books for them that they can learn from to improve their own writing and start with writing, I think it's so useful to copy. What is that expression about copying? It's that expression, copying is a great way to is a nice compliment. What is that? Paul, write it down there. I know somebody quickly put it in there. It's a sincerest form of flattery. What is it? Something. Copying is the sincerest form of flattery. Basically, give the students some articles to work from or some books, and then when they write, they can look towards that as a type of style that they can implement. Copy is no, it's a different word for copying. Somebody put it in the comments. I'm going to read it later. Asalmuddin, don't forget about my country, Tajikistan. Of course I won't, Asalmuddin. We were talking earlier about your capital. Yeah, Tajikistan really in there. I think it might be a special experience going there. Galina, hi. Today I've got a question. Do you natives say, I recommend you to visit this place, or to you? I recommend you to visit. I can recommend you to visit this place, or I recommend this place to you. I think both can work. You can say, I recommend you to visit this place. I recommend this place to you. I think both can work. Let me think about it a little bit more. I might be totally wrong. I recommend this place to you. I recommend you to visit this place. Yeah, I think both work. Mario, good to see you. Mario, I think, is one of my. Mario, how long have you been a member? Mario comments every week, and I think, yeah, he's one of the very first ones. Definitely. Mario, how are you doing? Always a pleasure seeing you. Ashmit, Satiria wants to say hello to you and is a really big follower of your teachers, just like me. Satiria, is that one of your friends? Where are they? Aren't they on here? I hope they're going to comment on your video. Saima, hi. I'm super late. Yes, Saima, but it's a pleasure seeing you. It's so nice to see you here. Saima, how are you doing? Come on, Tip. Pransansri, hi. Guys, first of all, I need to say thank you so much for sticking with me, even though every time I butcher your names. I bet you the first time I meet you, you're going to say my name wrong too. You're going to be like, Erik, how is it going? I'm like, yeah, I deserve that. Okay, 26 degrees. Oh, that's perfect. That's so nice. I think today it was 17, which is one of the lowest it's been this this fall. 26 degrees. That's so nice, Renee. English well. Hi, English well. Hi, dear people. I'm happy. Yeah, it's so nice to have you here too. English well, you've been commenting recently too. I really appreciate it. Elena, what activities do you recommend for formative assessment? Okay, so you get summative assessment and formative assessment. Formative assessment, that's the one where you're just supposed to be checking on their skills and checking whether they can do it. Yeah, I think the best way is one-on-one, I guess, or for the student. If it's not possible to check it one-on-one through conversation or through if you're checking their writing or whatever it is, then you want them to do things in groups where you can watch the groups and then give them feedback based on that, and you can make notes. What? Give me a second. Let me just look this. I feel like I'm formative assessment examples. Let me look at this and I'll see. Okay. It's been a while. Let me go in, Elena. Give me a second. Okay, formative is to monitor student learning, right? Help students identify their strengths and weaknesses. Help faculty recognize which students are struggling. Okay, and then it's load stakes, right? So formative is just like I said. This is basically just where you want to check up on them to make sure they can do it, and you want to give them a sentence or two to identify how they're doing. Summative is to evaluate student learning. That's their tests and stuff. Okay, I got it right. I'm so happy. Yeah, I think do activities where you can monitor the students, be it if it's not possible to do it one-on-one through speeches or through talks, then you want them to do activities in groups where they produce something and you can watch it. It could be a play, it could be a conversation, it could be if you're doing writing, they could be working on some kind of project where you can check it out. Good night. Are you going? Come on, Tip. Are you saying good night or are you leaving? But good night anyway. Yeah, 5 minutes left. Where has the time go? Okay, everyone, I will quickly rush through. I want to see. Hey, Martin. See, Martin. I'm going to call you Martin from now. I thought it was like Martini. Okay, please do suggest some good books for English teaching. I use one I've practiced by English teaching by Jeremy Harmer. Martin, please do. I know I send a lot of people over to Martin's channel because I don't feel confident enough to recommend books. I'd love to go through some more books and show you which ones I use a lot of, but I feel like I don't feel confident to recommend books to anyone. I'll have to go through all the books and see, but yeah, please, Martin, if you can do it on your channel, on here too. And I'd love to look at that book, Saima. I always say Saima, but I think it's Seima, right? I always mess it up. Bulam, by the way, I'm from Algeria. Do you know it? I know of Algeria, but I've never been there. I'd love to see a bit more, especially of northern Africa. Imitation. See, Renee, I knew imitation is the okay. I need to learn more too. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. There we go. Very important. Said, hi Eric. I think it's imitate. There we go. Oscar Wilde quotes. Oh, Oscar Wilde is amazing. Hello, Barnabas. You made it, Barnabas. You definitely knew that. Dr. Mario, did you like the considerations I made in your other view about compliments? Mario, you give such good advice about the compliments. Which one is that again? I'll have to go through. So about giving compliments to students, please remind me, Mario. I'll go through the comments after this just to find that one again. Renee says, hi, Barnabas. Anna, so I'll go through it again, Mario, just to remind myself. Eric, how to motivate learners to do their home assignments? Even if the home assignment is on the online platform, it is developed interesting. Some learners make excuses that they forgot about the task. Yeah, very important. I was saying this last week. I said, okay, help the students start with their project or their assignment. So even if it's online, say, okay, everyone, let's see, what will you do? So you get them thinking or started with it. You can also have a certain time that they have to do. So perhaps in class, ask your students, okay, everyone, when do you have time to do this assignment? Because usually we tell students, okay, this is your homework. Do it whenever you have time. The most successful students are those that have specific times when they study. They sit down and they study. And their parents monitor them, or they get into the habit of doing them themselves. My brother is a great example of this. Myself and most of my brothers, we weren't really great at studying, except my youngest brother. And he, like clockwork, he had a time when he had to study. So what I suggest is, with your students, just ask them, so guys, when in your schedule, your weekly schedule or your daily schedule, will you do this work? And get them to answer, usually at night. So yeah, before your bath, after your bath, is it before dinner, after dinner? Where are you? What are you going to do? And that way you can kind of imprint what they're going to do with their schedule. So instead of them saying, I'll do it next time, start getting your students focused and it's almost like a mental trick where you start putting them into, okay, well, it's going to be Wednesday night. After my bath, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to switch on the light. Start getting them to kind of visualize and attack. Visualize and attack. Get them to visualize how they're going to do their homework. And I think I just thought of it right now, but I think this is such a great tip for everyone out there. So if you want to do something, let's say you want to work on a project yourself, instead of just saying, I'm going to do it later, and you put it off, start visualizing, okay, I'm going to do it on Saturday. I'm going to be busy in the afternoon. So I'm going to do it Saturday at 10. I'm going to start. I'm going to be in my living room, sitting down, and I'm going to do it. I think this is a fantastic tip and activity. I don't know if anybody ever said that in the history of the world. I'm claiming this one, trademark. I just thought of it. That's just a tip I have now. And I hope it helps. I'm sure there are some other tips. This is just my personal trademarked one. Okay, Saima, do you homework as formative? I would let them do homework, but they have to come back and produce something in class, not just write something down and show you, or, I would, or take a video. I would really make it something that they can do where you can see them do it, because you have to make notes and give them some advice. You could set up a flip grid great idea, flip grid. I haven't used it that much, Barnabas, but I'll look into it. Great idea. Robin, can you please tell me one single funny activity for adult students? I do like a billion videos on activities, and then when I'm suddenly asked, just like with space, I'm like, wait, where am I again? What is my name? Um, a single activity that's fun for students. Yeah, I think anything where they get to use their imagination, fun stories that they can tell, uh, two truths and a lie. Recently, I thought of an activity. It's called Psychic, where if you have two students, they have to try and guess something about the other person. And you can, the beautiful thing about this trademark psychic game is they can look at someone and they can say something, oh, I think you are a very serious person because you look very serious. I think you are 20 years old. You have one brother because it looks like you've been bullied before. So they can start using this to guess something about their lives. And if you're one-on-one with a student, they can do that with you. And you can even use it for the future, where I think in the future you will become a banker, or tomorrow you will have chicken for dinner. And you can use it about the past experiences they've had. Now, whatever you do with adults, what's beautiful is that you can use experience to tell it. Everyone, time's up. I'm not going to just stop. I'm quickly going to go through, but I'm going to stop that one there. So yeah, try that, Robin. Everyone, I'm going to rush through all the comments. I'm not going to answer. It's just to say hi because time's up. Okay, Zed, I'm truly struggling with teaching this semester. I repeat the lecture 4 times with 100 students. 2 lectures are online and the 2 are on site. I cannot make both lectures equaling exciting. It's impossible, but I think the beautiful thing or the good thing about repeating lectures is that you get better at it and you can make it fun for yourself, right? As soon as you start making it fun for yourself, it's going to be better for your students too. They're going to enjoy it. So whatever activities you're doing or the way that you're doing your lectures, try and improve it every time and add some more of yourself in there so that it's fun for you. Saima, I was correct all the time. Okay. Saima, I feel good now. I was worried about that. Galina, the word recommend is a bit different. I would say I recommend you to visit this. You visit this place, but not I recommend you to visit. You can also say I recommend visiting this place. Rohit, thank you so much. So Rohit, I'm busy editing our videos. I finished 2. I will put out one of the last ones first where you gave some tips to. Rohit is a great teacher. He recently only started. He used to be in IT before, but now he's an online teacher. Rohit, thank you so much for the tips. I will put out some of Rohit's videos maybe in a couple of weeks. I finished editing 2 videos. I still need to do 1 or 2 more because we had a long session together and I cut it into smaller parts. Thank you so much, Rohit. Mario, I'm going to read that to find out. I know I answered it. I just can't remember right now. Victoria, I am so interested in that writing technique you were trying to recall. What writing technique was I talking about? Writing technique. Okay, I'll think. Victoria, actually, I've made a lot of activities videos a couple of months ago, and I've been promising everyone to do an activities video. And I've done research for it. I just need to finish a research and shoot the video. That's on my to-do list, but it's coming out next year. It's not coming out this year because this year I'm busy. I'll try and shoot it. If I can do it quickly, I will. If I can find a day or 2 in my schedule to shoot that, maybe I will. But just for you, Victoria, because you asked, I need to do that writing activity. Visualize and attack every day. Yeah, good strategy. Anna, thank you, Eric. 2 truths, 1 lie, super fun. Muhammad, Jerusalem is the capital of Palestine. Okay, well, I shouldn't say that out loud because no politics on this show. Gustavo, good to see you. Excellent talk. So nice to have you, Gustavo. Greetings from Mexico. Did you go back, Gustavo? Where in Mexico are you now? Gustavo is on my Facebook too. That's how. Robin, Barnabas, when I teach, I try to be silly because I teach 12 and 13-year-olds. Sometimes I grab the webcam like a YouTuber. Oh, that's fantastic, Barnabas. Yeah, you've got to. They are so used to streamers. And for yourself too, you've got to have fun in the classroom. And the students can feel that energy when you're having. John, Cartagena, Colombia. My dad says, happy, good job. Mija, hi Eric, I'm a particular teacher and try to focus only on speaking. Any good activities to deal with one student for speaking, please? Yes, lots of one-on-one activities. I think the easiest thing for one-on-one activities is to print out questions they can ask you, and you're going to have conversations. I'm making a book now just go and print out 20 questions, give them 10, take 10, and then you just use that for your conversation, because it's so tough if you just use that. I would definitely say that's the easiest thing to do. Elena, thank you so much. Okay, everybody stop sending questions. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for joining this live stream. I really appreciate all of you coming. Yeah, have a great week. I will put out a video every Tuesday and Thursday. If you have any questions or comments, please comment. Everyone, have a fantastic week, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.